Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for our weekly track roundup. My thoughts on a bunch of songs that have dropped over the past week or so, and I'm talking about them in this video, whether I loved them or hated them or felt somewhere in between. You can check them all out down below in the description box at your leisure, okay? And at your pleasure. Also linked down below, our Turntable Lab link. If you use that, we get kickback from it, from the Turntable Lab site. That would be great. Thank you. Appreciate you. Also, Patreon. Get some extra bonus monthly content while supporting us in the process. Please, 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 just a little bit. Please, just a little. And also, yes, our shorts page on YouTube, where you can see cool short form content that we do. Okay, we put that there as well. All right, so it's a free country. Can't stop me. This is America. All right, worst tracks of the week. We have a couple. We have a few. They are as follows. Bam. 1. Snail Mail doing a cover of Smashing Pumpkins' Tonight Tonight. Not sure we needed this one. It is a very uninteresting, low-impact version of the song. Not really much interesting done with it. I'm unenthused. Also, Ice Spice added a bonus track to her new full-length LP, Y2K. GYAT is the title, and it's just utterly pointless. Production is okay, but not really sure this really adds anything to anything, but whatever. Moving on from there, the tracks that I was on the fence about. I'm not loving them, but you might like them more than me. They are as follows. Bam. Starting with this new one from YG. He has a big new project on the way. Just Read Up 3. And this song over here that I have linked you guys to is a bit of a love track. It's got a nice smooth chorus to it, a gentle beat. YG trying to be as flirty and as sensual as possible, but I'm not really sure it's his lane. It's a bit of an awkward fit for YG, I will say, but there's something kind of hilarious about that as well. Love Make is the title of the track. All right, moving on from there, we have a new one as well from Undeath. Brandish the Blade is the name of the new single. Previously I've really enjoyed Undeath's very grimy, dirt-caked approach to old school classic death metal. They really seem to be cleaning up their sound a little bit on this new track, but doing it for the sake of speed and intensity. So if you're looking for a style of death metal that is a bit more, I guess, like, high tempo, more intense, the vocals are really going off, maybe not so much brooding and kind of hideous and, ugly and kind of a, super classic throwback, maybe Cannibal Corpse kind of way, looking for something with a bit more pep in its step. You might enjoy this more than me. It's fine. The performance is fiery. I'll give it that. It's not the most standout stuff I've heard in this lane, but the performance is on fire. That much is for sure. All right, moving on from there. Tribulation, Tainted Skies, very dramatic, very, very harmonious, alternative rock and metal and heavy metal track, I would say. If you're big into bands like Ghost, I think you're going to mess with what Tribulation is doing on this new track over here. It's dramatic, that's for sure, and a little spooky. Also digging a little bit on this new one from Soccer Mommy M is the title if you're looking for some very kind of low-key indie singer-songwriter music with some tasteful arrangements that pop in on the back end of the track. This is most likely worth your time. Also, Big Sean has a new single out, kind of a short ode type track to his son, which is not super crazy fleshed out or structured out or anything like that. Not, not a super catchy song or anything on that front, but it's still, kind of a moving, touching moment for Sean in the lead up to his new album, that's for sure. We also have a new one from Caribou, which has a lot of vocal drops throughout it, which I think are a little disorienting at points, but still the beat does go. Daniel Snaith is still on his quality dance music producer grind, that is for sure. And for the vibers in chat, we have a bonus track from the new Bad Bad Not Good record. If you're looking for something that's very easygoing, very kind of jazz, soul, funk fusion combination, I think you will dig on this track, that's for sure. And the rest of Mid Spiral, for that matter, if you haven't heard it yet. All right, best tracks of the week. They are as follows. We have quite a few of those. Let's speed run it. But bam, starting with a new one from Vylet Pony. The bronies are in the house. Stand up. Let's go. Here's some very great, cute, colorful rock and electro pop, bedroom fusion stuff. It's very fun. It's very catchy. It's very sweet on the ears and adorable as hell. That is for sure. Where do we begin is the name of the track. Moving on from there. ASAP Rocky with the Hijack. Jessica Pratt on the song. God damn, this is such a good single. Such a great single. Vibey, blissful, catchy, slick, packed with riz, great piano drop, and Jessica Pratt sounding incredible on the back end of the song too. I've been spinning this one quite a bit. I can't stop. All right, moving on from there. Oranssi Pazuzu. Experimental, psychedelic, avant-garde, black metal outfit, Oranssi Pazuzu. They've given us another lead single, not a lead, a lead single in the lead up to this new album. It's their second, and Valotus is the name of the song. And yes, like I said, second track, and it is just ear-busting, super aggressive, noisy, chaotic. It even goes silent at the very end, except for a tinnitus type hum at the very finish. They're simulating your deafness at the very end of the track. That is how harsh and loud and horrid it is, but it's exciting, and I mess with it heavily. All right, moving on from there, we have the band Michelle hitting us with a second single from their forthcoming LP. It's very cute. It's very flirty. It's very adorable. It's very summery. It is titled Mentos and Coke. Highly recommend it. All right, next, Magdalena Bay has hit us with another good quality single from their forthcoming LP. It's got elements of very kind of like intimate, almost like eerie electropop, and there's like this almost like kind of 80s rock synth odyssey thing going on the back end of the track. That's pretty surprising. Liking all of it, respecting all of it, really messing with it heavy. Magdalena Bay continues to impress. All right, we also have a Jane Remover hitting us with a couple of new singles. One that is quite poppy and experimental and has like some emo type vocals on top of everything on the A side of the single, which is the track that I am pointing you guys to for the most part, Flash in the Pan. But there's a B-side that's also quite good, and I feel like the B-side on this single, if you guys remember my review of Jane's last LP, kind of fixes some of the mixing issues that I had with like the guitars on the last record, which I thought were like harsh to a point of just like ear fatigue for me. This track also features those just like huge blaring walls of guitar sound and noise, but they're actually like thick and bassy and heavy and just like real, there's like some real meat to the walls of guitar on the second track. I was like, damn, that's what I want. That's what I want to hear. That's if I'm hearing guitars loud and intense like that, I want a little beef in there. And Jane brought the beef. So I respect Jane for bringing the beef on the B-side and, bringing a really crazy, like, everything fusion on the A-side that is quite sharp and catchy. All right, moving on from there, Jamie XX has given us a club-centric cult dance anthem featuring the Avalanches. All You Children is the name of the track, and it's quite cute. It's quite adorable. I really mess with it. It's heartening and groovy too. We also have George Daniel of Charli XCX Brat fame. We know George. He gets the shout outs on the Brat record. He has his fingers in the Brat record. We know George, and he's come out with a new single over here, Screen Cleaner, which is like an electronic instrumental dance track that does sound quite Brat. It's Brat, but it's not. And it's still a bop. It's still fun. Give it a listen. Give it a spin, especially if you're a Brat. We also have Flo, my favorite new throwback R&B pop trio right now. They have hit us with another single. It's Check. And it's all about, being into a new guy. Is he good to you? Doing a background check. Is he doing this? Is he doing that? It's all about that. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's quirky. It's slick. It's well produced. And again, really kind of throws back to that classic kind of late 90s, early 2000s commercial R&B era in a very methodically assembled and tasteful way with good songwriting too. So, I continue to mess with what Flo does. And if you like this track, or even if you don't like this track, listen to their past single, Caught Up. Get caught up. Even better track, in my opinion. All right. Father John Misty. Papa John Bitchy has a new great-ish hits album on the way, celebrating his greatest hits after 5 records. But it's not all old material. He has seen fit to put this 8-minute rager on there titled "I Guess Time Just Makes Fools of Us All," and it's a very wordy, very verbose, very dramatic, and has a strong dance beat in the background to it too, a hand drum break as well, kind of surprising for him, but honestly, I mess with it. Wouldn't actually mind hearing more in this lane from him if he so decides to head further down this road. But yeah, liking this track a lot. A song with a length as long as its title, that's for sure. Moving on from there, Doechii has hit us with this kind of short Nissan Altima type freestyle. It's raunchy, it's nasty, it's catchy, it's in your face, it's ballsy, just like we expect from Doechii at this point. Just one of many great tracks she has seen fit to drop so far this year. Alter Ego! Yes, I'm still on that alter ego shit. I'm not going to tell you to F off because you don't deserve it. All right, a couple more. Chelsea Wolfe has decided to come through with some tastes for a forthcoming remix EP, various tracks from her latest album, which I have given high praise, 9 out of 10. Listen to it. Okay, listen to the new Chelsea Wolfe album. Don't miss out on it. It's really great, kind of industrial balladry, some trip hop elements in there too. It's very eerie. Okay, it's ominous. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. And, has a new remix EP on the way. A couple of tracks out from it so far, but specifically this remix of Tunnel Lights by Crosses, I most definitely want to point your way because it's a banger. Okay, so don't miss out on that one. One more. Charli XCX, Billie Eilish. Guess. You want to guess the color of my underwear? They're black. Okay, you don't have to guess, I'll tell you. But yeah, great track. Billie adds a lot to the song. It's playful, it's flirty, it's funny, it's entertaining, and most importantly, still a banger, especially with that beat from The Dare. But yeah, that is going to be it. Yep, weekly track roundup, wrapped up, finished, boom, bam, bop, completo, and that is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you got some good recommendations out of it. And we'll see you in the next review, the next anything that we do. Anthony Fantano, Weekly Tracks, forever!